How's it going, Comedy Calendar fam? It's Art Roach here, and we have another amazing week of comedy for you guys. Before we kick things off, I want to introduce my co-host here on the Comedy Calendar, the man himself, Sebi Alvarez. Sebi, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, Art. How are you today, man?
I'm feeling pretty good, Sebi. I recently found out that OpenAI is going to change Sora to not allow MLK memes to be made anymore.
That's true. They did say that. They did say that there was just too many grilled cheese memes that came out.
Listen, I'm a big fan of AI. Everyone knows this. I'm a big fan of Sora.
Yep.
And if you guys are going to try to make any rule changes at this point, I'll go ahead and let you know that it's already game over. It's already too late.
You're also a big fan of Soros.
Big fan of Sora. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, at this point, I already have all the MLK memes that I need. I have him fighting in Monday Raw wrestling.
Got you.
I have MLK memes.
Do you have them all saved on a hard drive that's in a Faraday cage?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, all my hard drives are air gapped.
Got you.
And I have MLK memes of him arm wrestling Hitler.
Okay.
I have MLK memes of him not being the dad on Maury.
Love that one.
So yeah, I mean,
that's a classic, honestly.
Guys, OpenAI at this point, it's too late, guys. Don't just keep working on technology and forget about policy. We'll take care of that for you guys. All right.
Do you have the one where he says, "Can you take a picture with your back bent?"
You know I have that one.
Yeah.
Because that's the one I showed you right before we started filming.
There you go.
Yeah, and that's the one you had me sent to you. Right?
Exactly.
All right, let's kick things off. Guys, last week we had a brand new room that started at Rocketeer Brewing. My boy Enzo is running that room. They're going to be doing it every Monday, 9 p.m. It's over in West Kendall. So if you're at that part of town, come out, show some love. Rocketeer Brewing is a brand.
Did you say it's going to be in Waykay?
In Waykay?
West Kendall?
That what the cool kids are calling it?
That's what the cool kids call it. You should have just said Waykay.
All right.
Out in Waykay, West Side, Kendall.
Well, guys, over in Waykay at 9 p.m. on Mondays.
Monday's nuts. Got you.
Rocketeer Brewing. Really cool room. The inside is really well designed. I mean, it's like a kind of like a 1950s, 60s diner downstairs, and then upstairs is like an opium den kind of feel. So it's really nice.
So downstairs, is it like separated? Is it segregated downstairs?
Yeah, it's exactly. Exactly.
It's still segregated.
It's still segregated downstairs. Yep.
What do you mean by 1950s ish?
Yeah. No, you got it right. It's the lunch counter is whites only.
Got you.
Yeah. Really cool room. I'm not sure if I'll be there tonight. It's a little bit of a drive all the way to West Kendall.
Yeah, you're kind of dark.
Yeah, and I didn't bring my guns with me, so I don't know if I can be out there in West Kendall late at night. You know, it is the hood, guys, if you didn't know.
According to Alex Rodriguez.
Exactly.
Right. A-Rod, the hood, Waykay. Rocketeer
Brewing, guys, 9 p.m. Mondays. Hit up my boy Enzo. He got you guys. And you might even see me there tonight. We'll see.
Heck yeah.
Moving on, Wednesday, guys. Last week Wednesday, this week Wednesday, and every Wednesday for the foreseeable future, the Comedy Calendar boys are running a room down in South Miami at Pub 52. Guys, it's been amazing. Week over week, we've gotten more comedians. We've gotten more people to come out. It's been a really, really cool room. Big shout out to Becky. Big shout out to all the staff there at Pub 52 for putting up with my crazy friends and helping us out with this comedy career that we're on. Sebi, Pub 52, South Miami, your neck of the woods. You going to be there this week?
No. I will not be there this week because we have some crazy shows at the Improv on Wednesday. And since you're going to be there, I'm going to have to be holding it down at the Miami Improv. But that show on Wednesday for Modi, he's got one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, guys. If you didn't get tickets, I'm sorry. Too late. We're not talking about it because you can't get any tickets. So anybody who's coming is already going to be coming to that show. But yeah, so I'm going to have to be there holding it down on Wednesday. But I know at Pub 52, it's going to be super sick. You guys have also been getting some incredible content out there at Pub 52. It's one of the best spots, I think, to film. I've seen a lot of comics taking videos of their sets there and using it for their socials and using it to like post stuff. So I love seeing that. I love seeing a venue that allows comics to film sets of jokes that they've been working on and be like, this is the perfect shot. This is the venue I want to like produce this joke for.
Yeah. And last week, actually, Ben Smith, our boy, came through. He did a guest set, really did well. He brought TJ with him, who's a friend of ours, videographer. And I kind of like challenged TJ. I'm like, hey, TJ, this can be a playground for you, He didn't bring cameras or anything last week, but I said, hey, if you ever want to come, bring a camera, check out the lighting, see what you can do here. Our goal is obviously to turn Pub 52 kind of into a mini comedy club.
Yeah.
And he can really hit the ground running, being one of the first people. Dark Vision, unfortunately, is booked on most Wednesdays, so can't really get him at Pub 52, so it creates opportunities for others. So
absolutely.
Big shout out there. TJ, if you're watching, cannot wait to see what you can do, man.
Probably be able to set up a little mini like New Faces style deal where you can get, a few things edited for you for the right price. You can have different scaling options. I mean, that's how we do it, guys. We just got to continue to replicate success. And what we've been doing with Dart at New Faces is super successful, and I think it's something that absolutely we can replicate over there at Pub 52. And it gives you guys not only a reason to come out and film your sets, but also a reason to come and bring your friends out to these shows. Have your friends come, invite people, get that front looking nice and full for whenever you do want to film a set or you do want to film something of yours. You can come out and Pub 52 on a Wednesday is the perfect place for it.
Yeah. Man, we got the lighting, we got the audio down pat over there. So it's every recording is coming out nice. So yeah, absolutely. Come out, show some love. We're there every Wednesday, guys. And an art road show is gonna have some special extracurriculars that everyone can be a part of. So it's always gonna be a good time.
Right, Diddy stuff.
100%.
Yep.
Diddy stuff.
Lead by 115.
And if anyone knows Diddy stuff,
it's
Sebastian Alvarez. As he quietly takes a sip of his coffee.
I had to beat you to it. It's none of my business.
Guys, last weekend you guys got to see me interview Ida Rodriguez, amazing, legendary comedian, model, actress, producer. This past weekend, I was able to hang out with her in the green room. I was able to host the entire weekend of shows for her. And I am so happy to say, guys, she's even cooler in person than she was on the 100%. Interview. She's even cooler in person than what you see online and what you see in her specials. Really impressed me. She was very, very magnanimous. She the first night, wasn't my best night, and she gave me some great advice, and it really helped out. I also got to hang out with Cisco the whole weekend. Cisco Duran was there featuring, and he also, man, we got to hang out in the green room for a bit, and man, he just shared the knowledge willingly. Big shout out Cisco Duran.
Yeah,
man.
Always love Cisco, man. And I think he's going on a cruise there where he's going to be doing like 17 shows in 3 days or something like that. It's just insane volume for any kind of comedian of any scale. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't care if you're doing 5 minutes 17 times in 3 days. That's freaking insane.
Yeah, dude.
And he's doing way more than 5 minutes. So, man, huge shout out to Cisco, who's really holding it down and like representing Miami in a huge way out there.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and it's not like you said. He's not doing 5 minutes. He's doing headlining gigs, so it's gonna be like it's a
imagine
marathon.
Doing 17 hours of comedy in 3 days, even if it's the same jokes. That's still insane.
Yeah,
that's still ridiculous.
No, and big shout out Cisco, man. Last week he was in LA on the 405, and he had a car accident, a really bad car accident, and he's okay, thank God. But he hit his head, and he was definitely still kind of. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to diagnose him, but I know he still commented on not feeling himself 100% yet. But on stage, you couldn't tell the difference, man. The guy was a killer. He absolutely murdered. The entire weekend was like, I thought I did a good job getting the crowd going, and he would step on stage, and I'm like, oh, that's what it sounds like when a crowd pops. Oh, okay, that's what it sounds like when everybody laughs at the same time in unison. So big shout out Cisco, man. Like, really, really good job. And it was my honor to be able to, spend time with these people and learn from them. And a big shout out to Dina Cruz as well. So on Sunday, Cisco could not be there. Dina stepped in, did an amazing job featuring. She was there Saturday night too for the second show, and she did like a little guest spot.
Yep.
And absolutely murdered. And again, Dina Cruz, one of the hardest working comedians down here, friend of the podcast. She's one of those people that is everywhere. When you go to a comedy show, if you don't see Dina, it's because you're not looking hard enough. She's definitely there somewhere. And actually, you know what? We did some content also. Shout out Aurora, because we had some content that we filmed. Dart couldn't be there this week, and he was booked. And we had Aurora filming for us. She did a bunch of cool. If you guys saw the reels we posted with Sebi and I outside the Improv, shouting out the shows and kind of inviting everybody to come out for the Sunday show. Really cool. And we have some more footage coming out from that. So I cannot wait to see what she cooks up for us. It's going to be a good time.
100%.
This Friday. Well, actually, you know what? Vamos a cambiar las cosas. Voy a hacerlo en español. Porque este viernes, el 7 de noviembre, amiga de nosotros, Mónica Rico, está haciendo un show nuevo en español. El show va a pasar en el Leo's Café en Hialeah. Es un show, yo creo que hace 3 semanas que ya empezó el show. Y es un show en español. Entonces, es una oportunidad nueva, un salón nuevo para los comediantes que quieren hacer comedia en español, probar su material. Empezó hace poco, entonces todavía está creciendo, pero este fin de semana, el viernes 7 de noviembre, yo voy a estar allá y yo voy a ser el headliner de la noche, entonces me voy a presentar de último. Va a ser una experiencia súper, súper chévere. Si quieren venir, si han esperado para ver comedia en español, si quieren verme a mí haciendo comedia en español, este viernes va a ser la oportunidad. A las 8 en Leo's Café en Hialeah. Va a ser súper cool. Si tienes alguna duda, mándame un mensaje a mí en Art Roach Comedy Calendar o a Mónica Rico, que es la presentadora del show. Va a ser súper, súper chévere. Nadie aquí entiende español, entonces vamos a cambiar otra vez al inglés. And the last thing I want to talk about is a thing that a lot of you guys have been reaching out to me about. You guys might have seen the new post of a new group called Gold Medal Laughs, and they're advertising something called the Comedy Olympics. So I don't have all the information to give out yet, but I can say this Comedy Olympics is going to be a team. It's going to be teams, about 5 teams competing against each other, multiple different categories. Some of the details are still being worked out, but the most important thing right now is Oriel Rodriguez has agreed to be the host. So you should see on the flyers, you should see hosted by Oriel. Oriel, amazing comedian down here, headliner in his own right. And I'm glad that she got him to commit to this Comedy Olympics. It's going to be cool. It's going to be happening probably January of 2026, so more details to come. But I am involved with it, and I cannot wait to see what they cook up. It should be a cool opportunity to really get, everybody in the comedy scene together across the different productions, across the different brands, all together, pushing for one common goal. To really show and showcase what South Florida, Miami really has to offer.
So all the competitors are going to be us local comics, different people from around the scene.
Yeah.
So it's going to be more of a Special Olympics.
100%. 100%. We were going to go with Comedy Special Olympics,
but too on the nose?
Well, it just didn't fit on the flyer.
Got you.
So
yeah, for marketing. It's a marketing reason.
Right.
Got you.
But it's definitely implied. Implied. And yeah, in case you didn't know, I had already signed you up. So yeah, You're definitely a part of this already.
I already knew it. I could feel it. My special senses were tingling.
Well, we do need someone to drive the short bus, and you're the only one with a CDL. So
I wouldn't trust me with any kind of heavy material at all.
But guys, you'll see probably every week we're going to be letting a little bit of information go about the event. But again, it should be happening January 2026, at the beginning of the year, next year. Super excited for it. And again, more details to come. And there's one show I missed. It's happening, I believe, this Saturday, Sebi?
It is this Saturday, guys. If you are up in the Tampa area, we have an incredible show for you with a cause, guys. This is this is a great cause for hurricane relief in Jamaica, guys. If you are out there in that Tampa area, Grace Kelly is going to be producing this show with Big Tings Comedy. Guys, it's going to be their first show at Wagwan, Jamaica, which is an incredible restaurant out there. If you are in the area, you do not want to miss this, because they are going to be collecting resources, food, money, anything that you are willing to donate in terms of relief for people in Jamaica who are suffering right now after the most recent Hurricane Melissa. They are owned and operated by a Jamaican person, and a Jamaican man who was actually in Jamaica when the hurricane hit. So he's been there himself. He's seen the devastation. He's got family out there. The whole community of Jamaicans in Tampa, I hope, can really come out and support this show, because it's going to be directly supporting the relief efforts out there in Jamaica. They're going to make sure that anything that is donated in terms of canned goods, cleanliness products, anything that you can donate right now will help. They are in dire need of any kind of assistance. I actually recently saw a video where a woman was saying how nobody is there to help them.
Yeah.
They just don't have the infrastructure. They don't have relief to come in immediately. So like those first few days after the aftermath of a hurricane, and down here in South Florida, we all know what the aftermath of a hurricane looks like, and our infrastructure surpasses that of most of Jamaica by many moons, and we build our stuff to withstand these hurricanes, and even then we get damaged.
Yeah.
And out there, they just got hit with one of the strongest hurricanes we've ever seen on record. I think it was the strongest hurricane to ever hit land in Jamaica or in the Caribbean, possibly.
Well, it's crazy, because I was on the way in, I was hearing a news article talking about it, and basically this hurricane hit Jamaica effectively. They're talking about making a new Category 6 hurricane, and this would be like one of the first ones, because it's
because it's just reached a different level.
Yeah, the intensity of
that even Cat 5 is like, we're already getting to like the limits of what we should like categorize as a 5.
No, literally. Like I think wind speed at 195.
That's insane.
On land is considered like the top of category 5. And this hurricane had wind speeds
like 200 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it's at the end of hurricane season and we're here getting hit by crazy hurricanes. So yeah, man, I mean, all the love for everyone in Jamaica. Big shout out Grace doing this doing this kind of fundraiser.
Yeah, Grace and Nina, who has also been coming out in the scene. If you guys have been to a few shows recently, you may have caught her, but they're kind of tag teaming this production and making sure that, again, this is a night for relief, but also for like physical relief in terms of they're going to be getting money and donations, hopefully, and food to be giving, but also emotional relief in terms of giving people the comedy, letting people who are a part of that community or who are maybe separated from that community right now in Jamaica feel connected to the relief efforts and feel connected to kind of uplifting the spirits of that whole environment. So huge shout out to them. Doors are going to be opening at 7:30. The show is going to be, I believe, at 8:30. You want to get out there to Wagwan, Jamaica this Saturday, guys. This Saturday. You don't want to miss it. Head over to Eventbrite if you want to get your tickets for that show as well. You can RSVP and get your tickets right there. But absolutely, guys, if you don't already know, we got a show out there in Tampa now as well that's going to be happening. It's going to be a consistent show. It's not just a one-off. They're going to be doing more shows at Wagwan, Jamaica. So, you know, if you're a local comic who thinks that your stuff can travel, you may have an opportunity very soon.
Are we planning any more hurricanes to hit Jamaica? No.
That we are not planning. We are not of the ethnic group that can control that.
Okay, awesome. If anyone, obviously it's in Tampa, so some of us won't be able to travel up there. If anyone wants to support or help out, can they reach out to Grace herself? Can they send some money?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe you can reach out to either Grace or Nina. And if you want to donate money or you want to maybe donate some canned goods or anything that can contribute to the effort, let them know. And we can definitely organize something where we can actually collect that stuff and get it to them so that they can send it in their package that they're going to be sending over.
Are you going to be heading up there this weekend?
I will not.
Oh, okay.
We got to work.
Yeah, no, because if anything, I would say pass by the house. I have a couple of cases of rum and a couple of packs of grabba that they might.
Nice. But only Red Stripe, though.
Red Stripe. I can get some Red Stripe. Right,
that's
awesome.
what we need.
Yeah, guys, Jamaica, man. Guys, be good over there, bro. This is hurricanes. If there's one thing, I mean, listen, we don't respect earthquakes here in Florida, but if you get hit by or wildfires, but if you get hit by a hurricane, we feel for you. You know, I mean, that's a real thing that we know that pain. Seb, you got any other shows this week? Anything?
That is all for me for this week. I don't have any specific shows booked, but the only thing that I have looking forward in the near future, I believe, is
Are you going to that Glory Hole convention or no?
No, not the Glory Hole convention. I was gonna say the turkey contest is the next thing that I think I'm going to be doing. So if you guys want to come out and support me, it's going to be, I'm not sure the exact date. It's going to be later in November. And you guys, we need people to come out and support because it is going to be on a voting basis. So I'm trying to get as many people out there to vote for me as possible. I want to win this thing this year. I want to take the crown from Rolando. I know he's going to be there. He's going to be coming in hot. So I'm going to be bringing my A game, man. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be the first time I compete. I've only done guest sets ever for the turkey contest or any contest of that matter at the Improv. But this time I'm going to try and go out there and win it fair and square.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell motherfucking yeah. As soon as I didn't look up the date, but next week we'll shout out the date on here. Definitely come out. Everyone that came out this weekend in support of the Ida Rodriguez, of me being the Ida Rodriguez show, guys, thank you so much. I forgot to say thank you to you guys. Met so many cool people, and so many fans that said, "Hey man, let me know when you're gonna be performing, and I'll come out." You guys did. Thank you so much. Even Ray actually came out Friday and Sunday, so big shout out Ray for coming out supporting live comedy. As soon as I saw her today, she's like, "Wow, you actually are funny." So that's.
She didn't really say that.
She didn't?
I guess you could paraphrase.
Well, okay. I asked her, "How did it go?" She said, "I had a great weekend."
Okay, right.
That doesn't mean the same thing.
I don't know. You had a guy throwing up during your set recently this weekend, so I don't know if we can say that it was a great weekend because of your set.
I mean, I don't think he threw up because of my comedy.
I don't know. All I'm gonna say is I wasn't watching your set. I was in the front. You were on stage, and then somebody busted through the back doors, violently vomiting.
So let me hear. What I hear you saying is that I made someone laugh so hard that they physically got sick.
I said nothing about what you were doing. Like your effect on stage, whether it was good or bad, I don't know. I just know it was something you did that for sure, because he hadn't gotten one drink yet. Like, we were early in the show. You hosted, so he hadn't gotten a drink yet, or hadn't been able to put anything down. So
all I hear you saying, I'm so funny that I'll make you throw up even without drinking alcohol. That's all I'm hearing you say. That's all I'm going to take away from this conversation. How about this though?
He sounded like he was having a bad time. Okay.
Nah, he was having a good time.
he was enjoying himself. I heard him from on stage.
He was having a bad time because he had to leave during my set.
That's why he was so upset. Oh my God. You know what? I didn't even consider that. That's actually so true. He was like, no, I'm missing hearts. I'm missing hearts. That's what happened?
If you know, you know.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
That's cool.
I also did during one of...
I'll be honest, I didn't know.
During one of my sets, well, I guess not during my set, but right after my set, one of the audience members' wives came outside, and she's like, her husband was being out of control. And it was the first time ever that I saw a wife ask for her husband to be kicked out of a comedy show. It was great. She came outside crying, so embarrassed because he got like drunk and he was like being belligerent in the front. And she went out front and asked security to remove her husband. It was mwah, mwah, it was so good.
Can I actually do one more recap for this weekend?
Yeah.
Huge shout out to the R&B brunch at the Miami Improv, dude. That thing is one of the most insane parties that happens at the Miami Improv. Every single time we do an R&B brunch, not only is it almost completely sold out, but the vibes in there are insane. There are times where you will be in that room and everybody singing at the same time, and it literally sounds like a concert. The sound is insane. The vibes are immaculate, and it's one of the only shows one of the first shows that I've seen that everybody I saw people walking out in the middle of the show, multiple people walking out in the middle of the show, calling other people and then being like, you got to come to the next one. This was insane. This was amazing. You have to come out. They came up to us. When's the next? How often do you do this? And we're like, usually like every other weekend or every other month. I'm sorry, you know? And they're like, all right, so the next one will be like in January. And we were like, yeah. And they were like, and they got back on the phone. January, you got to be at the Miami Improv. January. Like multiple people did that. And multiple people were like, see you in the next one. See you at the next one. When they were like, this is an event to go to. So if you guys want to if you like R&B and you like hip hop music and you like that culture and that vibe, there is no second best show. Nothing even comes close to the R&B brunch at the Miami Improv. It is insane, and I believe they do it in Fort Lauderdale as well at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. I'm sorry.
It's one of my favorite shows, and I'm sad that I had to miss it this weekend. But dude, it is. I mean, I wasn't there this weekend, but every single one I've been to. You know, most comedy shows, everyone's just sitting there, quietly sitting down, watching the show. For this one, you know, you're up, you're moving, you're dancing. It's all the songs that, you know, we grew up with. So it's nothing but popular songs that we know. And so I even found myself dancing, singing. You might, you know, be walking by a crowd of people and they're all on their feet dancing and you're just vibing with them. You know, we even had, I'm not going to say the server's name, but the last one that I was at, one of the servers even did like the Cupid Shuffle with them and like just went through all like the dance routines while she's holding a tray of drinks.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I was so impressed. You know, just I can't even hold a tray of drinks, but she was doing it and doing the Cupid Shuffle while she was doing it. So even the employees at the Improv have a really good time. So yeah, big shout out R&B brunch, man. And you know, if they're not doing it every month, they should, because we are getting a lot of requests for it. So big shout out, guys. That's been This Week in Comedy. We're going to move over to the interview portion of the show today. This week, I am very happy to have back a guest we had very recently, actually. He made a lot of promises when he was here before, and he's come back to fulfill some of those promises. So we want to hear all about it. Everyone here in the studio audience, put your hands together for the one and only Ryan Natusch. How you doing, my brother?
Fantastic, guys. Thank you for having me back.
Dude,
big things happening.
Yeah, dude, you were here, I think, a month ago now. And as soon as you walked in, you reminded me that I was wearing the exact same shirt last time I interviewed you.
I wore this shirt for you.
Thank you. This month is November, so it's No Nut November. I know you're allergic to nuts. How are you going to fare this month?
This month's going to be fantastic, so I'm good. I got our Bret Ernst coming on the 20th. I'm going to stay away from nuts, obviously. We got Snapper's show as well. It's on Veterans Day. So as a Marine, I was a former Marine, so I was picked to host the show. It's gonna be awesome. It's my first time at Snappers. It's on the West Coast, Fort Myers. It's gonna be great. Ginger Kelly is gonna be there. Never met her, but she's hilarious. PJ O'Leary as well. Watch some of his stuff. He's pretty funny too. We just kind of connected on social media. Pharaoh is running the show, so it seems like it's gonna be a really fun show. I'm excited for it.
Hell yeah.
You know?
And are they all veterans as well?
Yeah.
Even Ginger?
Yep. You know, I've been.
You said
waiting-
it. You said it with the hard R, but I think it's with a soft A. You got to say with a soft.
Yeah, I don't know. She looks like a hard R kind of person, but I've been waiting like 20 years to travel across to the West Coast to make fun of the Air Force.
Nice.
You know,
Why, you
Like,
can't do it on the East Coast?
when I was in the Marine, I mean, you guys got to understand, like, each branch of the military, like bashing on each other, it's the glue that holds the country together.
Amen.
You know,
It's that sexual tension.
It's just so much.
I
I
thought-
I mean, they call the Marines Uncle Sam's misguided children. First of all, rude, right? But no, we were the kids in school that were like eating the crayons.
Right.
You know.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I figured you guys would be happy with that because most Marines don't actually know their father. So it'd be. I figured it.
You'd embrace that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
title.
I mean, yeah. I guess you gotta have to.
I mean, he's an uncle, but he's like my dad. You know, like
Right.
Dad. I enjoyed green, by the way. Green was my favorite crayon to eat. But
That
no,
does
it's gonna be a
taste
great
the
wait.
show.
best.
So
I'm excited.
let me just say I understand. So you're saying green is your favorite flavor of crayon?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what Marines are known to eat crayons, and when they, you know, because apparently that's how we are. You know.
No, not apparently. No, not
Well,
apparently.
You're hearing it.
Well
from,
known.
You're hearing it from the crayon eater's mouth.
Listen, if you were to eat a crayon, I would suggest green.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I don't
'Cause
know.
it's minty.
It is. It's got a little minty flair with a little bit of.
Yeah.
What else are you doing on Paris Island for 8 weeks?
where-
If
yeah,
not
they-
acquiring the flavor of your favorite
Yeah,
flavor.
the Marines eat crayons, but the Navy eats Skittles. Taste the rainbow there, buddy. Oh. All right, we're riffing.
You got that one. That was nice.
I will say this.
Thank
I
you.
like that you said that busting on each other is the glue that holds it all together. See, I thought it was our common hatred and disgust for the Coast Guard.
Oh,
That
man,
can't-
that's a whole other.
What about the National Reserve? Those guys fucking suck,
Oh, yeah,
right?
we have something for everybody.
What are you? The bench? You're a professional bench player,
Yeah.
dude. What the fuck?
Well, we do. No, it's because we let,
Backup quarterback?
it's 'cause we let women in the military now. So
Oh, is that why?
That's yeah. So we have a JV squad. Just
Just chilling.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sexist of you, bro.
No
Wearing a
comment.
pink shirt too.
chat. Don't clip this.
Wow, there's two women in the
comment.
room right now. Wow,
Only two.
wow. You know,
That's awfully presumptuous of you.
you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You mean they're supposed to do with a 40% brain? They're supposed to do what a normal man can do?
Why do you think we're developing all of this exoskeleton material? Why do you think we're developing all of these bioweapons to enhance human ability? It's so that women can fight alongside men.
You know what? World War III. I have an idea. No men. Let women do all the fighting.
All in mech suits?
Whatever you want.
My wife would kick ass.
Yeah. I would.
I feel like
she
it just
could fit in
devolved to-
small places. You know.
It would devolve into an argument,
give
but
her
then they would
agreements.
like settle on some like petty agreement and then get wine. So I think most
Yeah.
wars would probably end quicker than how men would do it, which is just like we're gonna bleed all our resources until somebody runs out.
This is my life every day.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it would work exactly, but I'm pretty sure if women were the only one in war, it'd be like way less fatalities, but way more PTSD.
For sure.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Like
probably.
the trauma would be, like it would just be instead of drones and bullets, it would just be like passive aggressive comments about what
Yes.
you're wearing.
Yeah.
It would just be
Yeah.
nothing but
Be like,
chopping you down
yeah.
at your knees.
Did you
know
see
what I
how
mean?
After
did you see
20
how she threw that grenade? Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
She
After
threw it like
20
a
years-
man.
After 20 years, I feel like Ozzy Osbourne in his later years just following Sharon around like, yes, dear. You know, whatever you say, you know.
Bro, I saw a clip of Ozzy Osbourne recently where his daughter was like, "Shut up, Dad! You don't even know what it's like to be addicted to anything. You're only addicted to food." And he like looked at her and he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" like with like a drug induced brain dead mind. He was like,
you think normal people are like this?
He's
No
like,
more
Sharon.
The filter is gone. Yeah, that's what happens.
Dude.
Oh man. All right, so we talked about snappers on the 11th. I know on the 20th you got a big show coming up.
Hell yeah, yeah. Bret Ernst. Bret Ernst is coming, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's one of my top 5 favorite comedians. I got him on the show. It's amazing. Can't wait.
Dude, so I know we spoke about it before, but what is it like for you starting a room like this and then just so quickly turning around and being able to bring in such big headliners.
I mean,
Like it's almost, I'll be honest with you, it's like the dream of everybody who opens a room down here. They're like, I'm gonna open this room here, then I'm gonna book national headliners, and they say that, but it doesn't happen. And you like, there's a very select few producers down here in all of South Florida, not just Miami or one city included. If you include everybody, there's a handful of people that are able to do that. What do you think? Like, what is the sauce there? What was the sauce? Tell me about the Cane's sauce.
dude, man, I don't know. Like aside
Or the
from what
Elbow Lounge sauce.
yeah, I mean, aside from what I spoke about last time, it's just like putting on the good show and everything else. We network really well. You know, my wife and I, especially. You know, my wife, you know, she talks a lot. She's a Jersey Italian. You know, like some people are just like, if you stop talking, will you, you know, whatever. But like we networked our whole wedding, right? We had like a $30,000 wedding for like $8,000. Because we worked in the restaurant business. We got the musicians that played at our restaurant to do our wedding for free because they knew that they were going to make a ton of money anyway.
Right.
You know, we knew the general manager of the venue, the Oceanic in Pompano. Like we just kind of like knew everybody, and we just networked our whole wedding, and it was amazing. We had like I said, like $30,000 wedding for like $8,000, and we paid for it. We brought everybody down and everybody from the biz and stuff. So that's kind of why we have such a good following now too. I mean, we got like 60 of our people already come to the show.
It's really, and that's really like, so I love that you answered that because that really is a secret sauce answer. You know what I mean? That's really, that really is the right. Yeah. And to an extent, it's like something I think for a lot of people can't be taught. I think the ability to just like network and just like be genuine with somebody, but also still have an agenda, which also isn't bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's trying to achieve something. Everybody's trying to get something done. It's about identifying what that is and where do our interests align.
Right.
You know, because at the end of the day, some people will be, you know, some people think that that's I feel like it's when you have nothing to offer, you look at other people who are doing that and then you take it as a position of like, oh, like screw that person. Like they're leveraging their advantages and then other people don't see that as leveraging an advantage and they see it as like taking advantage. When in reality, it's not the case. It's like if you know how to network, you know how to connect with people, you know how to get shit done, that is just as valuable as being a national headliner or being able to fill out a room or sell tickets or do whatever. If you can bring the right people together, that's just as important.
And it's like discernment, man. You know, like you find the right people, just like you guys. You guys are awesome. You know, you're helping me. It's like you find the good people, you know, which is hard to find these days, I feel like. Just my opinion. Anyway, it seems like everybody else is out for their own agenda or whatever. It's like, you know, now expanding with Miami and stuff too. Like I want to find people like you guys, good people, like a good network of solid people to help me do it. You know, do it by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard to find sometimes. You got to be careful. Like, you know, people get weird.
Yeah. Yeah. No, man. I think one of the big things, and I'll second what Sebastian was saying, which is a lot of people, especially when they start, they have. Anybody has this, you know. It's like even like a new Christian, a baby Christian comes on and like they just read the Bible for the first time and they're like, did you know the Bible says this? And it's like yeah. Like I'm not a baby Christian. I've been a Christian for a while, you know? So it's like a lot of people when they start with comedy, immediately like, you know what's the problem with Miami comedy? And blah, blah. And they start like spieling whatever they think. And there's some, let's say, truth to what they're saying, but it's a much bigger thing than what, you know, can be noticed and seen in 1 year, you know? Or even like, you know, some of the people that we meet doing comedy that are not comedians, but they've been in the scene for, you know, 15, 20 years already. They have perspective on things that no matter how smart or how hard I'm trying, I haven't climbed that hill to be able to see that far out. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people would say something and I wouldn't even maybe pay them the mind that they should have been paid, only to like a year later realize, oh shit, hold on a second, there's something to what they said, you know? So to Sebastian's point, when someone says, oh, we're trying to do this or do that, usually there's a little bit of taking it with a grain of salt in the sense of like, well, they're going to try. We'll see what they can actually do. But here are you guys doing it and actually doing it and following up and then bringing it back, you know, and it's refreshing because most of the time we don't have that happening here in our scene.
Staying humble too, you know, like just staying humble, accepting help, you know, just because, you know, we've grown so fast. I'm not just like, oh yeah, like, you know, we're the shit. Like I'm always looking for help from anyone who you know is willing to do it, you know. Yeah. As Ariana said.
The on the LOL Lounge show on the 20th, so Bret Ernst is going to be the big headliner.
Yes.
Who else is on the show?
I'm gonna feature for him. I'm just do like 15 minutes or so, and Eric is just gonna do like a tight 5 to open up and introduce me.
Eric
Shout
Rosenblum?
out Eric Rosenblum.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because he's been a
Friend of
big
the show.
reason, dude. He's awesome. He's helped me so much because he knows the business side of this so much better. So transitioning from stand up to a producer is a lot, especially with how quickly it's grown. You know?
Yeah.
So he's been just like our mentor, our like kind of manager, if you will. Like
Sick.
we ask him questions, we run everything by him. You know, he helps us with booking comics, like who to book, who not to, like that sort of thing. And so I want to, and so he's gonna do a tight 5, open up, and then
Sick.
I'm gonna do like 15, and then Brett's gonna take it over because he does long sets, and that's how we wanted it. That's how we're gonna do it. It's
Hell
gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and then
Dude,
yeah,
it's
man.
gonna
That's
be
awesome.
Sick, dude. I'm so excited.
No, and give the
He likes to go long.
no, and give bro, give the big guy the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him the
Heck
time
yeah.
to do his thing.
Hell
No, and
yeah,
big
man.
shout out Eric Rosenblum. Who would have guessed that you're good with money? Who would have guessed? Nah, but he's awesome. He also works with the improv, so he's someone that we're always interacting with.
Yeah, Cafecito. He works a lot with Cafecito too.
Yeah. So, and we're hoping here in the comedy calendar to get to a point where we can hire him to help us with a couple of things as well. So it's going to be big plans. Eric, man, big shout out. He actually has a standing invitation, Eric, to come on the podcast whenever you want. Remember that.
But have to get a higher chair.
Yeah, he can come back anytime.
Well, the problem is that he wants to charge me.
Well, he can
So-
come back. He's always welcome. He can come back anytime.
I did also want to follow back up on something we talked about last time, which now we are allowed to disclose a little more information about, which was the comedyconnection.lol page. That's a page, kind of like an Eventbrite type page where people are able to put their shows on there, sell tickets through there, but it's way less middlemen than Eventbrite. You get to keep a lot more of the tickets that you're selling on there, and it was created by our boy Jordan Cole. I have not had a chance to have. I am supposed to have a meeting with him to get all the lowdown on the app, on the web page. Have not been able to do that. So Ryan, would you mind giving us a little more information on it?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to disclose too much last time because it was still kind of beginning phases and whatnot. But yeah, I spoke to him today. He's like, we're all good. And I got to say, like, dude, this platform, there's no ticket fees. So that's great. And on top of it, like, working the back end, like, working your page, it's so easy, dude. Like, you can manage your tickets. You can manage how many tickets. You can manage coupon codes if you want to, you know, like how many or whatever. And everything is just going super smooth right now. So I have to say, like, A+ in my book for that, because the platform's working wonderfully. You should have him on here to like, you know, talk about it more.
Definitely.
Because obviously he's the creator, but all I have to say on my end is so far so good. I suck with technology and stuff, you know what I mean? So for me to say it's easy to do is you know, it's a big deal. But yeah, everything's going smooth. People are getting their tickets. You know, monies are going through and the email confirmations are going through, and so far so good. And I think it's awesome. I mean,
Guys, if someone who can't find his way out of an 8-color crayon box can use it.
Exactly.
I mean, if you don't have the time, let your 10-year-old son do it. You know what I'm saying? Let a child you know do it for you. It's probably simple enough that he can do it. And you made a joke about the back end. So I know you're a Marine, but so how long did you spend on a Navy carrier?
Too long. But one more thing about that though too, it's cool for the comics too, because when you log in there, you could connect with the producers running all different shows, so you could get linked up that way.
Nice.
And yeah, carrier wise, no, not too long.
And obviously you can send like headshots.
Yeah, all that
dick
headshots,
pics,
you
whatever.
can connect it with
Nice.
producers. It's just like there's like a lot of options. Pretty awesome. Sometimes I go on there just to look at
nice.
my headshot, and then, you know, for a little while.
Right.
I
And
just
just
like
see
to
if you
look
want
at
to
it.
change it.
Yeah,
You know,
for a little while. Yeah,
Nice.
it's nice.
it's like staring out into a vista.
And I know it's mainly comedy related, but if I do any events with my glory hole, like, you think he'll?
I 100% think that that's possible.
Nice.
Because it's gotten popular enough to the point now that I am doing ticketed events.
You're gonna have to ask him, but I think that that's totally possible.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'll do? I'll invite him to one,
Right. Just show him the experience first.
Yeah,
sell him
I
on
think
it,
that would be a great idea.
and then
He'll probably want to sponsor it after
100%.
that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Maybe get a picture of your, you know, never mind.
I mean, I have. I don't know if you guys know this.
Well, they yonder bag for his events.
Oh
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I did revolutionize the Glory Hole game down here in South Florida.
Yeah, he just made it a square.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm the one that had the John stand on the stool.
That was you?
That's me. I got to take credit for it.
Outta here.
Listen, I'm not as revolutionary as like the duct tape guy. Like duct tape guy, the guy that engineered the duct tape around the whole. Like that guy is. Mwah,
A millionaire, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, we do this for the love of the game.
Yeah.
We don't do this for money, but
and now we just 3D print a mold and then put rubber around it. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm an old school purist. I gotta find a piece of drywall. You take a hammer, you punch a little hole through it, you widen the hole, you put duct tape around. Call me a traditionalist, but that's how a glory hole is supposed to be.
Call me
made.
contrarian.
None of this
You
new
sound like
age
a professional. You've been doing this a while.
I mean, I don't
He
know.
revolutionized the game.
Well, a professional would imply getting paid. You know what I mean? I am what they call
Not necessarily.
I'm what they call a sommelier.
I think they pay sommeliers too. I think that's also a paid
Not the way I
position.
do it. Not the way I do it. Trust me. Some people do it for the money. I do it for the love of the game.
So you're like a priest.
Yes. Yes. I never thought about it like that, but that would be the closest
Do priests
one.
get paid?
Yes, but not for the
Or do they just get like free housing? Like, how does that work?
Oh, they get paid.
They get paid in
it depends.
glory holes.
It depends. They get paid, but then like some priests also take a vow of poverty, so like they only get paid a certain amount. Usually, those are the ones that live in like in the church.
You know the good priests because they'll have like a ton of altar boys. Like if they give you
Right.
10, 15 altar boys,
That's how they get paid.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
they're like the virgins.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money, but it's a lot of perks,
And if you're, if you're like Baptist or Presbyterian, you can just run like a mega church and just make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
There's no rules against that. You can just be Joel Osteen.
Yeah, Joel
Be-
Osteen, or
be-
you
be
got Christ. You got Christ Fellowship down
Evangelical.
here.
The
Righteous Gemstones. You ever
evangelicals.
see Righteous Gemstones?
I've heard
That is
it,
a phenomenal.
but I haven't seen it.
show. Watch Righteous Gemstones. It's hilarious.
That's with Danny McBride, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So good.
absurdly funny. I love it.
He I think it's great the Joel Osteen the scandal that happened when the pandemic hit, that there was like a hurricane or something.
No, that was Katrina.
Was it? No, it wasn't Katrina, dude. There was Instagram when.
Oh, you're right.
when
You're
it
right. You're
happened.
right.
The fuck?
You're right. She was off.
What
No,
happened with him?
No, there was a flood. I don't know if it was a hurricane
No, it
or
was a
because
hurricane.
of inclement weather or something. There was a flood in Houston, and he has his megachurch that is in the former arena that the Houston Rockets used to play in. He owns that whole arena now and just uses it for his services. And when it hit, a bunch of like homeless people had to be displaced, and they were like, "Can we take him to the stadium?" And he was like, "No, the carpets are dirty."
Dude, look, he looks sketch, dude. He's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those guys that just looks sketch. Like he has that weird smile, and then like, I could feel like he goes home from
God's
church and
with us
beats his wife.
today.
Oh yeah.
Goes home and
He
hits
beats
his
her,
kids
but he beats her with stacks of money, so she's okay with
or
it.
Bibles, so there's no bruises.
You mean he goes
Right.
he goes home and beats his boyfriend up?
I think he beats everybody. I don't
I
know.
think
Yeah.
that's where.
I think he just
I
beats
think he's a
everybody.
very abusive person outside of church.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Look at his
Allegedly.
face. He's got one of those
Allegedly.
faces,
He's got like a very like cartoon dad face. Like if he if you were a dad on in a cartoon, he's got a very like long, elongated face, crazy, stupid hair.
Like if the It Clown were a human.
I believe the It Clown is a
Well,
human.
you know what I mean. Like with the
But like just with regular people.
yeah,
face?
like regular, AI version.
I could see that. I could see that.
I mean, look, I'll be honest. I have not looked too much at Joel Osteen's face,
Got you.
but I will say his neck reminds me a lot of Charlie Kirk's neck. I mean, that's one neck. I'm a neck guy. You know what I mean? Call me crazy, but I'm a neck guy. And yeah, his neck looks just like Charlie Kirk's. I don't
Interesting.
know what.
Well, that's where we went.
Yeah. I don't know if you know. I went to college with Charlie Kirk.
Did you really?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
lame in college. Super lame.
I didn't know he went to college.
Yeah, he did. But he would go to
Like a year?
parties. Super lame. Like the guy. Every time you go to take a shot, he'd miss. Boom, right there. Every time.
Yeah. That one doesn't work as well
I
in
don't thi-
person as it does on stage, and it doesn't work well on stage.
Yeah, I was
So-
gonna say, I was like, have you
that
tried
was,
that
That
one?
was for one person and one person only, and that got her. So that. Yeah, exactly. She felt bad.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't know
That's
if
what
I
the
would
joke
try
is
that
about.
one.
It's about
Yeah.
making people feel bad.
Yeah, I had a couple of comedians like shows I was doing too. Like before the show, they'd be like, "Hey, by the way, no Charlie Kirk jokes, whatever." So they're like, "says I'm like, I'm cool with that. I wasn't going to anyway. But it was funny, like the week
where
of.
was this that we know the people that are oppressing freedom? Charlie Kirk would have wanted us to make jokes about him. How about that?
Yeah.
He would have wanted freedom. He would have said, let people make jokes about whatever. That's what he stood for. And you guys want to take that at a comedy show? You want to take that from us comics? No. Art is right. Charlie Kirk was a bitch for not taking shots in college and missing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Before we get our other guests to join us here in a second, before we go off on a tangent, we were talking about child molesters. I want to mention Dan Weiss's birthday is coming up soon.
I'm roasting him. I can't wait.
What day is that?
That is Thursday. This crazy son of a bitch is actually having 2 roasts. He has one tonight. I think it's for like the people that felt kind of left out, doing like a separate one. The main one is Thursday.
Nice.
It's gonna be fun. What? No, Thursday.
And so when you're roasting a guy like Dan Weiss, you know, I feel like some people would think that's easy. It's easy to roast Dan Weiss. Some people may say that.
Not so much.
But it's not. It's not. Because he is such an interesting, complicated guy. There's so many angles you can take. He's involved in so many different things that you can really get creative. And also, big ups to him for even accepting to be roasted. That is something that most people wouldn't do, and he's setting it up himself, booking his own comics. Most people wouldn't do that. It takes a big comic to be able to step up and be like, no, I want to do this. Very like Trump of him, you know?
Yeah,
I like that.
Totally. My wife doesn't want me to say anything mean about him because she met his mom.
But that's what he wants.
She met his mom one show, and she's like, "Oh, your mom is so nice." And she's like, "Don't say anything to me."
Dude, roast him about his mom. Roast him about his mom.
Oh, totally. I'm gonna roast him about his mom.
Don't worry, we're gonna roast Dan's mom.
I'm gonna roast. He looks like a dude who would just wander onto like a college campus or like a school and go into a classroom and talk about like, I don't know, don't talk to strangers or something, like some sort of. And then just leave. I don't know.
Are you using that on Thursday?
I don't know.
Don't.
I'm not. I just thought of that off the top of my head. He just looks like one of those. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't know what to say really.
Dan Weiss looks like somebody the Power Rangers would have stopped being bullied in the 90s.
I have a bunch of stuff on the other comics.
Yeah. Well, but like the Power Rangers, like not in their costumes, like when they're just high school kids, they would have been like, "Whoa, don't mess with Dan. He's our friend." And then Dan like eventually would become a Power Ranger.
And then he kills them all.
No, yeah. Well, and then he somehow is the only enemy who could ever defeat the Power Rangers, and he ends up being the demise of all.
He's the first Power Ranger school shooter. You know.
Yeah, bro, that guy's gonna drink Zordon.
I don't like. I just don't like making fun of people with that much dandruff on their shoulders.
Dan Druff is what we should call him instead of Dan Weiss. Anyway,
well, our guest is about to join us.
That was an early roast of Dan Weiss.
Our special guest is about to join us here in a second. So before we get him on, got anything else for us, Ryan?
No, that's it, man. I'm good.
All right. Sebi, anything else for Ryan?
No, man. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing all the content you got coming out from that Bret show. Definitely.
You guys coming to the show?
What day is it?
It's Thursday, the 20th.
Thursday, the 20th? We might be able to make it. Oh, wait. 20th of November.
Is that the Glory Hole convention? Or?
I think the Glory Hole convention is that day.
Maybe I think it runs in, but maybe you can make it after. Yeah, we got you. Ariana got you guys special lanyards and everything.
Oh, for the green. Wait, for the green room at your show or the green room at the Glory Hole?
Both.
Both. That's a real VIP access, if you ask me.
Yeah,
I love it.
Art Roach does it again, you know.
That's gonna be your catchphrase. No, right. But I think, dude, thank you again for coming back on. Yeah. We always, like we say to a lot of people, whenever you have something big, whenever you have something coming up, let us know. Come back on the show. We give so many people that invitation. Very few people actually take us up on it, and very few people actually come out again. You guys, both of you, came down here again to the studio, which always makes it so much better for us. We love how things look when it's done in studio, when it's here in person. The interviews are always better, so thank you, bro. Thank you for coming out again.
I appreciate you guys having us. Seriously.
Awesome.
Dude,
anything else?
You guys. No, we're gonna pivot over. You can see us again. We're gonna see us with Bret on the screen. Welcome back, Comedy Calendar fam. Guys, as promised, we have a special guest for this episode. Our boy Ryan Natusch here got us a hold of the headliner for his November 20th show with LOL Lounge. Everyone here in the studio audience, put your hands together for the one and only Bret Ernst. How you doing, my brother?
What's up, dog?
Brett,
You guys can hear me good, right? Yeah, we good?
we hear you,
man.
sir. The only problem is that Cowboys thing behind you, but that's fine.
All right, take it easy. Listen, there's only one team that's South Florida's team, and that's the U.
That's true.
Amen.
That is
That's it.
true. Yeah. Also, because honestly, right now the Miami Dolphins not doing too hot, so we have no legs to stand on currently.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, it's crazy. Our Cowboys and Dolphins parallel each other on how bad we are.
That's so true, and how much the fans suffer because we're passionate fans, yet our teams continuously let us down.
Yeah.
And you, the only problem is for us, we can't fire our owner. At least you can get.
That's true.
At least you can get rid of your GM.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the Cowboys and the Dolphins are basically just different colors on the LGBTQ flag. So whatever. You know what I mean?
Nice.
But who's your squad?
The Dolphins.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, you ready for this? Giants.
Ooh, that one's tough.
Yeah,
That one's rough.
it's sad. It's a sad
Well,
existence.
I grew up in North Jersey. I moved down to South Florida for high school, and I grew up right outside of Giants Stadium. And I've been a Cowboys fan since 1978.
Woo. Oh, gee.
So,
And your dad is okay with that? Your dad lets you just say that proudly like that?
well, if he were around, he's actually. Can I tell you?
Makes
can I
sense,
tell
yeah,
you a
yeah.
quick?
Yeah,
Can I tell you a quick
after my
story?
mom came out, after my mom passed away, I also came out of the closet. So I got you. I understand.
No, this is he's the reason why I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'll explain it really brief. So back in the 70s, there was maybe 5 teams on TV, and I'm a young kid, and he was always rooting for the Cowboys. He's like, yo, let's go, right? So fast forward, shit happens. They go their separate ways. And I figured, he's a Cowboys fan. I'll be one. So I studied him, man. Like, try to make it our thing. Like, I'd call him up and be like, hey, we just drafted Jim Jeffcoat. He's like, that's great. Put your mother on, right? So when Dallas lost to the Niners on the catch, which we didn't actually lose on that play, but that famous NFC Championship game, I called him crying because I'm like, I can't believe we lost. And he goes, why are you always telling me about the Cowboys? And he goes, I'm a Giants fan. He was gambling. And he was always like, he's like, let's go. And I had put so much into the Cowboys that I just stuck with them.
Oh, you want to hear this?
Man.
So when I was gambling, I gambled all season, like modestly, and I made a decent chunk of change, right? So my wife told me not to do it, but I did it anyway behind her back. I put all the money on the Giants to win when they were playing the Eagles, and that was the game of the miracle at the Meadowlands when they pumped the ball right to Deshaun Jackson, and he sprouted antlers and went like 87 yards for the touchdown. Dude, Tom Coughlin's head was about to explode. I was so mad, and I was so excited because I'm like, I'm going to surprise my wife. I'm going to be like, hey, I know you told me not to do this, but I did it. Now we got like $5,000, and we have rent and stuff now. And
by the way, you're young. That's the second miracle. The original miracle at the Meadowlands was Herman Edwards.
Yeah,
That's true.
I think that
was the first one.
I think the funniest part of that whole story is that he likes the Giants and not the Little Giants. You know what I mean? Because I thought you were talking about the Disney movie the whole time, but
that was a great movie.
That was a great movie.
Classic.
it does figure that you. It does figure that you would, Ryan, that you would like the Little Giants. That's all good. Brett, so you're going to be here November 20th. You're going to be headlining. It's going to be an awesome show. We had Ryan here about a little over a month ago, talking about the preparation for this. So I'm very excited that he got you lined up, that you're going to be coming down here. I do know that also I want to talk a little bit about your last special, Uncaged. You want to tell us a little bit about it?
So the last special, I did it in New York City with, I shot at the Stand, and Pete Davidson produced it, and we released it on Wits now, because the guys that on the Stand have their own streaming service where they do a lot of comedy specials and stuff. So I believe I was there first or second. I'm not sure, but
Damn,
yeah, it's running.
It's a great special.
So we were talking a little bit beforehand, and you had mentioned that, you know, you were really the pioneer of that self-produced, self-put out special. You put out your first special on YouTube. Talk to me a little bit about what the mentality was in making that decision and kind of taking that leap and being like, no, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to put it out so that I'm in control of how this gets distributed. I'm in control of everything. I think it's something that now almost every comic is kind of leaning toward and kind of doing. So what was that like when you first did that, and what was the process of making that decision?
Well, at that time, I had my Comedy Central Presents. I was on the 1 yard line for the hour special like 3 years in a row. And I was getting frustrated with it because I was ready to burn this material. And so I at that time, it cost me about 20 grand to do. So I took my money. And remember when Netflix was licensing specials back then.
Mm-hmm.
So I shot it, and in the process of editing it, they decided they're not licensing anymore. They want to own them. So I was stuck with this $20,000 special and nowhere to go with it. So the mentality was, first of all, I don't need permission to exist. You understand? I don't need the industry to go, oh, you're a good comic or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I was getting a lot of love. I mean, you know, I was on Comedy Central numerous times, doing late night sets, all that stuff. But I kind of saw where the internet was going. And I took the mentality of just because there were paywalls before, right? There were people that would release a special, but you had to pay to see it. Or I remember Louis did one where it was like $5 to see it. But believe it or not, before I got into comedy, I ran nightclubs in South Florida. And you know, you have a cover charge for people, but you really get them at the bar, you know? So I just let them in for free. And what I did was I built out a website. I ebbed in a YouTube player. I went on Burr's podcast, Kreischer's podcast. I just self-promoted it through my friends. And on the website, I really wanted their emails, right? So I just said, hey, you can add your email, or you could buy it for $5, or you could buy a t-shirt for 20 and get the special with it, or just watch it and don't give me anything. And after like 360,000 views, my average donation, quote unquote, was $20. So I made a killing, man. And then, and I was also monetizing it with on the YouTube channel, because I got it monetized through that. And then, you know, other guys asked me how they did it. Like I remember talking to Schultz about it, and Mark Norman and Ari. Ari was actually the one that was like, yo, you should do that. It's a great idea. And I made some mistakes at first, which I shared with other comics, and then it just became a norm, which I love that. I love that people do that we do that. Because we're the driving force of the industry. People don't realize that. And, you know, when I started at the end of the development era, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. So back then, you know, you went to Montreal, you got a network deal. They try to do a show around you, but there were very few ways to really put yourself out there. And the comics were on the forefront of it. Dane did it with MySpace, and then obviously Rogan and Marin and Corolla and with the podcasts. And, you know, the Comedy Store, if you look at it, is the modern comedy today. The Roast Battle came out of the Belly Room. Kill Tony came out of the Belly Room. The podcasts were coming out of the Comedy Store. I was a Comedy Store guy. I got there in 99, you know, with the specials. And our community is very self-resilient. And when comics realize that when you bring something to the table, they need us more than we need them. And now is the best way to look at it. I mean, you got Theo selling out arenas. Sebastian blew up online. Bert, I mean, I can go on and on. I mean, Rogan is changed media. You know what I mean? And we're all comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you know,
one of the things that always like impresses me, you know, I knew about you before, you know, Ryan kind of brought you up, but I didn't put some of the things together. Like, I mean, obviously you're a comedian, you're kind of a purist. All the things you're talking about are like the stuff that stand-ups talk about. but you're also an actor, and you've been, doing this for a long time, this career. And I was looking back, and the first time I saw you, I think it was in the show Weeds, that HBO show Weeds back in the days.
It was Showtime. Yeah. I was played the Armenian drug dealer that I killed her husband, the DEA agent.
And then you were in Cobra Kai as well, right?
Yeah. That just ended. Yeah, I was there for 6 seasons. Yeah, I played cousin Louie on that.
Dude, it's so
and then
cool.
And then I started on Young and the Restless when I first moved to LA, but just like under fives and stuff like that. I worked steady with them for almost 2 years. And, but the acting thing is parallel with the stand up, right? Because I'm a stand up.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what I love to do.
And I think that's one of the things that really kind of attracted me to it, because like I consider myself kind of in the same vein. Like I'm not doing stand up so that I can become an actor, right? Like I want to do stand up. Of course, I'll take acting gigs if someone needs an ugly guy on a show or something. But it's the same kind of thing. And I think how you keep coming back to stand up, and even like and we were talking a little bit before the show, the way you talk, the way you describe things is truly like a stand-up comedian. Right? It's very, very dope. And again, you're a Florida boy. I'm going to take credit. I'm going to say you're a Florida boy, even though I know you've moved around a lot. But for me, you went to Plantation High School. That's like 2 or 3 miles north of my house. And from there,
class of 90.
Class of 1990?
Yeah.
Dude, you look good, man. Damn, buddy.
Yeah, I'm old, man. I've been doing this shit almost 28 years.
Do you know what Sebastian was doing in 1990?
He wasn't even born, was he?
He was swimming around his daddy's ball sack.
Yeah. Your whole career is longer than my life.
Well, look, here's the thing with stand-up too. You're ageless, man. I mean, people got to understand it. It's an art form. I mean, look, there's always been ways, like everything's parallel. Like I've sold shows, I've developed shows, I've acted. But it all stems from stand up. Like you have 3 lanes, you know what I mean? But that's the main lane. That's what I got into the business to do. I sacrificed other things just so I could do stand up. And it's its own thing. It would be like, DMX is a rapper, but he had movies at one point, you know what I mean? But he's still a rapper, or I'm sorry, 50 Cent. You know what I mean? You wear different hats in our business.
Yeah. When you said DMX, I'll say, yeah, he's still, he passed away, but he was still a drug addict. He was a rapper, but he was also a drug addict. So, yeah.
But I'm saying, you understand what I meant. But I meant 50 Cent, though.
No, I got you. No, it's one of the current themes that runs through this whole interview so far is that you've put in the work, you're willing to struggle. I mean, we kicked things off talking about how you're a Cowboys fan, so that's already going to be hard enough.
Hey, listen, kid.
From there,
Yeah, when they were winning when I started comedy.
That's how long your career's been. That's crazy.
In '94,
yeah, I know.
In '94, that's when I came to the United States, to Miami. And that was Marino. Marino was killing it in '94. So I'm like, yeah, Dolphins, baby. And then since then, clinical depression.
Could you imagine being born and never seeing them win a single significant game in your time? I was born and at least you saw Marino, dude. That guy was like a myth to me. Like
he was already a car dealership owner by the time
he was a ghost.
He had a steakhouse by the time you were born.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, I do admire your humility because you made it successful, whatever, but you're not an asshole. You're still a normal dude, and I've talked to many people who know you down here, and they've all said the same thing. They're like, he's a good dude. He's such a nice guy, and this and that. And that's what's up, man. Because that's a big part, the important thing, I think. Like being humble, remembering where you came from, and just like still being a good person.
I mean, I appreciate that, but that should just be a given for anybody. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, it's not though.
Well, there's a thing that a great quote I read that success reveals who you really are. You know what I mean? Or it can amplify who you really are. Like when people say, "Oh, that person changed," like I had friends, they were always that way. They were just hiding until they found a way, But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to sound cynical, but what the fuck does it matter? I mean, who cares?
Amen, my brother.
We're all dead in 100 years. Who gives a fuck? Just enjoy what you can when you can, and that's That's why, because it's about experiences, man. Like, look, I'll be honest with you. When I first stepped on stage, I didn't think, if you would have told me I did all this shit, I wouldn't have believed you. But even now where I'm at, I'm not content. You know what I mean? You're always thankful, but I'm just thankful more that I'm healthy and I can still pursue it. I mean, I've been bankrupt, what, twice, 3 times already. I mean, when I got divorced, I was sleeping on my mother's couch in Boynton Beach. If this doesn't tell you how our business is, right? I lost the house. I'm sleeping on my mom's couch. I'm 47 and COVID had just hit. So I lost all my gigs. But when coming from nothing is a blessing because you're used to it. Who gives a fuck? I've been here before, you know?
Hell
So we signed my divorce papers April 8th. Then April 17th, I get a call from my agent saying, yo, Netflix picked up Cobra Kai. So then I got a nice check, bought a place in Vegas, came out here, got a residency, you know, gambled some of it away. But you know, it's and then everything ends. All the good ends and all the bad ends. Everything ends.
Amen.
So just keep that mindset and just enjoy whatever you got when you got it. And if you don't get it, just know it'll come back.
So speaking of beginnings and starting from nothing, I want to talk a little bit about your beginnings in stand-up because like you said, you started down here in South Florida with the comedy scene down here and you've grown so much since then. What are we looking like in terms of when you were starting? Where were you in life and what got you to the point where you're like, I want to be a stand-up comedian. I got to do this.
We don't have enough time to get to what got me there, but I got in some trouble when I was down there. And then I was out of school for a while. I never really was in school. And then I had an opportunity to go play football again. And after I went up to New York, I played Division I AA. It was through a friend. And then, you know, after everything got cleared up down there, I was able to go. Then I came back, was working in the clubs, and I just decided I wanted to do it, and I didn't know how to do it. And I met some comic, and he said, yeah, just go to an open mic. And I just went on an open mic and then just figured, okay, once you take that first step, the next step reveals itself. And, you know, but I'm a hustler by nature, man. I love to have many things going on, you know, so it was just something that I'm like, all right. And then once you get in it, you figure out what you got to do next. The key to stand up, I don't care what generation you're in, just get as much stage time as possible. And then I said to myself, well, where do I want to be? Because, you know, I grew in the ranks in South Florida real quick. So I'm like, I don't want to be a big fish in a smaller pond. There has to be another step. And then I decided out of New York and LA. I went to New York first, met a girl that lived in LA, and that's what got me to LA. And then my goal was to get into the Comedy Store. And then I got into the Comedy Store. Jimmy Schubert recommended me, who has South Florida ties too. And then got past there and just worked my ass off every night. Every time I could get a spot, got past at the Factory, got past at the Improv, and just there. I'll tell you, we had a nice crew from South Florida there. There was a guy named Al Rondon out there, Dave Stebbins. We used to sit in line at the Laugh Factory. We'd get there 5 a.m. for their open mic and stand in line until 5 p.m.
Damn.
Wow.
And you know, you look, you gotta just put the hustle in. And I had the ability to make good money, but if I got a real job, I wouldn't be able to pursue this. So I was delivering pizzas. I mean, doing whatever the hell I could do just to keep doing comedy. And then when I got in the Comedy Store, man, I worked there almost every night. I was there 5 nights a week, even if I wasn't on.
Amen,
And then
bro.
and then Mitzi, you know, you get your spots and there's book shows, but there was so much because you're not competing. I can't. It's more like golf where you're playing against yourself in concept.
Mm-hmm.
But when the guys in front of you are like, I mean, I've followed everybody, Chappelle, Dice. I can go on and on. And now you got to learn how to follow. You got to learn how to reset a room. You got to learn, you know, and you're watching. You're watching what other people are doing and how they're doing it, and you get inspired by greatness, if that makes sense. Then your game steps up.
I want to bring our attention back to November 20th at the LOL Lounge. Very much looking forward to your show. It's going to be an amazing night. We've been talking about it for a while. Ryan and Rihanna, they've been setting this up for a while. I am super excited. The show starts at 8 o'clock on the 20th?
Yeah, doors are going to open at 7, show at 8. Yeah.
Guys.
Any chance I can to get to South Florida, I do it. Now I moved my mom out to Vegas, so now any reason. And these guys are great, man. They were telling me about the show. I heard it's a dope room, and I'm in. I get to see friends, some family.
So guys, anyone in the South Florida comedy fam, if you guys want to come out, if you guys want to see Bret Ernst in person, he's going to be doing, I mean, really no holds barred comedy. However much time he wants to do up there, he's going to get it. Whatever he wants to talk about, it's going to happen. You cannot get it at a better venue than this. So I highly, highly recommend it. Bret, if you are in town a day before, any of the, any time, if you want to come
I'll be in that Wednesday before the show.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So Sebi and I both work at the Miami Improv in Doral. So if you want to come out, either see the club, say hello, check out a show, or even do some content while you're in town, we can definitely get that done for you.
Buddy, I grew up in there. I grew up with that. Actually,
so can you send me
those are my guys. Melissa, Justin.
Heck yeah.
Can you send me your plugs number?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know him.
You know him.
Actually, Robbie that owns
him
and my brother were friends growing up.
No way, really?
So
yeah, that owns what's it, Copper Blues.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well,
and they sell I have a Bloody Mary mix business that I have, and that Bloody Mary mix is my business that's in that place.
Oh,
so
nice.
Go drink them. Go try it. Yeah.
Hey,
Manny's Ultimate Bloody Mary mix. Yeah.
You got a
yeah.
Bloody Mary mix?
Yeah.
Yeah. All Cowboys fans have Bloody Mary mixes.
I do brunch.
All right. Well, Bret, I cannot thank you enough again for being on the podcast with us. Before I let you go, do you want to let people in South Florida know what they can expect from your show this weekend, or on the 20th, excuse me?
Just tell a lot of stories, man. I'm not a good writer. I just talk a lot of shit on stage. I don't do crowd work though. I tell a lot of stories. They have a purpose. So, and it's a lot of personal stuff too. So,
Well, thank you
Whatever.
again. Thank you again for being on the podcast. Ryan, I know you don't know how to read, so you definitely don't write a lot. Anything people can expect on the 20th?
It's gonna be an epic show, man. We don't throw bad shows. We put everything we have into it. That's why we've been so successful so far. And the 20th is just going to be the next step for us. I mean, like you said, you've always been one of my favorite comedians, and I'm fairly new to stand-up comedy. I've been putting my heart and soul into it. So it's just pretty awesome that you're going to come do our show, that we've gotten this far so quickly. And all I could say is I can guarantee that the show is going to be epic. It's going to be packed out. It's going to be sold out. And it's going to be a great time.
Not as epic as a lot of the hair that's in that studio between Art, that beard.
Dude, Bret,
that studio must reek of cologne.
Oh, yeah.
It does. You could smell it
mine
a mile
does.
away,
Bret, when you
all the dark-haired Catholic groups, we love cologne.
You already know.
No, Bret, when you see Ryan's eyelashes, you've not seen eyelashes like
there
this.
It is.
Yeah, the eyelashes.
I got my bottle
serious.
right here.
Wait,
Let me see Ryan's eyelashes. Oh yeah, those are strong.
You see 'em?
Yeah.
They're serious.
When I do my hair transplant,
my eyebrows are intimidated.
Yeah, between your eyebrows and my eyelashes, forget about it. It's over. Some guy told me the other day that if I shaved my beard off, I would look like a little lesbian.
dude, I said that to you in confidence.
Voluptuous eyelashes.
And before we kick it off, Sebi, anything for Dolphins fans to give them hope?
Oh, no, there is no hope and everything is bad. We are on fire and we will be burning for at least 4 to 5 years. But that's okay because we had Bret Ernst today who did an amazing job, dude. Thank you so much for coming on the show and just sharing that knowledge and that experience that you have. For us down here, we have a lot of comics in the local scene that watch the show, especially when we interview guys like you of your caliber that learn and take information, really apply it to their process, their career, what they're doing. So you coming on is super invaluable to us, man. Thank you.
And let me tell you, South Florida's got a great pedigree, man. We got some good comics down there and guys that came out of there. So just keep supporting the scene, man.
Thank you, man. And for all the comedy calendar fans out there, if you're a Dolphins fan, no matter how bad it gets, remember, at least we're not the Cowboys. Keep laughing.